Hello there, and welcome to Wicks Way. And today, surprisingly enough, we actually have a Charger that enjoys turning. Say hello to the 2014 Dodge Charger SRT8 SuperBee. And what I mean by that is that this car is actually enjoying all the corners I'm putting it through, but I'll get to that later. I'll start with the exterior because I really like the way this looks. I know the new Charger Hellcat looks pretty good too, but there's just something about this gray and the black vinyl and how it just blends in so well on the wheels and just the little accents, the spoiler, the chin in the front. It's just something about this car. It's just one of those cars where you look at it and you know it's completely stock, but there's just something about it that makes it just look so damn good. Either that or I'm drunk on PBR, whatever. Unfortunately, the wonderful looks don't necessarily continue on the interior. The dash, that plastic, I just will never understand why they do that. They don't just do a leather wrap, but we can always look past it. Good thing though is the screen. It's so easy to use. I mean, all the buttons are pretty large, so whenever you're bouncing around, you're not accidentally dialing your mother. It's just right there. But someone who's really in the market for a car like this isn't necessarily all that concerned about the interior quality or the feel of it. They're more concerned about the 470 horsepower and to match 470 foot-pounds of torque underneath the hood, which is provided by a 6.4 liter Hemi. And backed up, which kind of surprisingly, to a 5-speed automatic. Now, don't be too deterred by the 5-speed because it's a very proven 5-speed. It's the same one that was inside of the SL65. But what I'm most surprised by with this transmission is just how heavy the shifts feel between each one. And I'm using the paddle shifters and it's really shifting quickly every time I click it up. I mean, the click doesn't feel as, as well as it would be in something else of more performance-driven, track-driven, but it's still really quick. I mean, definitely less than half a second, maybe just a quarter of a second. And comparing that to GM's, well, our Wicks Way company car, the ATS-V, and how we have to actually think and time it with the RPMs before we want to shift up with a paddle shifter because of the delay. That's really surprising. Part I like most about the paddle shifters, you just hold the up shifter and it goes back to drive. As simple as that. Just holding it up for about 3 seconds. You want to get back into it? Downshift to go-go and fly. And of course the body roll is pretty apparent, but as long as you know how to shift the weight around, which there's a lot of weight, it's holding its own pretty well. I mean, of course, Dodge didn't necessarily design this to take corners and such like that, but I wish they kind of did because they could have really done something good with this. And the exhaust is, well, Mopar, no car, son. Press Sport on the SRT screen, Sport mode is on. You press traction control off or ESC once and then twice. Launch control enabled. To launch, apply throttle faster. Drive, that's good. All right. To launch, release brake. It's just mind-blowing when Dodge makes these sedans that have all this power and they weigh like 4,400 pounds and you can feel 4,400 pounds just rocketing down the road. Oh, Dodge. Silly, silly Dodge. So, pros and cons on this SRT8 Charger. Pro, man, this car is surprising in every way. Con, I wish the steering wheel was a little, I don't know, maybe a little more precise, but for it still being Mopar and FCA, it handles decently well. Finally, the last pro is that it's for sale at Legend Auto Dallas. So please go check them out. And again, huge thank you to Legend Auto. Their link is below in the description. And I believe that just about, yeah, that wraps it up for this. So please like, share, subscribe, all the usual things I ask you to do. And again, thank you, Legend Auto. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.